Hello everyone, this is Sabeena here from ANW Real Estate. I've assisted over 100 families for the past 2 to 3 years in leasing a property for themselves. The purpose of this video today is to educate you and to educate those who are outside UAE on how to rent a property in Dubai. The first question you need to know is, are you looking for a long-term rental or are you looking for a short-term rental? By long term, I mean 12 months in a year. So you're looking for an annual rent. And by short term, it could go for a daily rent, it could go for a weekly rent, or even a monthly rent. Secondly, you would need to know whether you are eligible for a long term or a short term. For a long term, you would have to have an Emirates ID, which means you need to be a resident of Dubai to have a long term lease. For a short term lease with your passport copy, you could be registered and you could proceed. The next, you would wonder, which area do I choose for leasing? This depends on your requirement. What exactly are you looking for? If you are looking for a beachfront lifestyle, Jumeirah, Dubai Marina would be a good option. If you're looking for something with a quieter lifestyle, areas like Dubai Creek Harbor would be a good option. If you're looking for something affordable, JVC, we have JVC, we have Dubai Land, we have Sports City, Dubai South. And if you're looking for something which is more into your business routine, you have meetings, you have offices, downtown and Business Bay is one of the prominent. So this depends on your requirement. What exactly are you in Dubai for? After deciding the area which is appropriate for you, you would be wondering, where do I find the right apartment in this area? And that's where I would take you along. There are a lot of platforms where you can find the right apartment at the right price. Your budget should be in mind before you go on in these platforms. By platforms, I mean like Property Finder, Bayut. If you're looking for a long-term lease, Property Finder, Bayut, Dubizzle are the platforms where we get for long-term lease. If you're looking for a short-term rental, we have Airbnb and Booking.com for short-term rentals. There are options on these websites to even sort them as per your budget, as per your square feet. So it's quite user-friendly for you to figure out the right property. Now, once you have selected a property or once you have shortlisted properties, you click on them and you have a place where you see the agency. Make sure you have an agent from an established brokerage company where you can definitely find that on Property Finder or Bayud as well. Once you've chosen your property, done the viewing, agreed on a price, let's go to what next. Always make sure that you have seen the title deed of the property just to make sure that the owner is the same as mentioned by the broker. Always try to pay rents in checks. The lesser the checks, the better the deal. Let's go into the costs of renting an apartment. You have already finalized your rental amount, so you know your annual rent amount, and you know how many checks you are going to go for, so you know, suppose what's your first check. So just to give an example, if you're going for a unit for 100,000 annually, and for 4 checks, that would be 25,000 per quarter. So your first check would be 25,000. Apart from that, you register for Ejari online. It would be 177 dirhams. And if you go to the Ejari center, it would be 220 dirhams. After the Ejari, you go to the Deva office, or this is also available online. Once you do the Ejari, they send you a link where you click and it takes you to the Deva page. You register yourself and you upload your documents and you pay a refundable deposit amount of 2,000 dirhams. Apart from that, 130 dirhams of knowledge fee is also being charged, which is a total of 2,130 dirhams for Deva. So we got 25,000 for your first rental, you have 2,130 for your Deva and 177 dirhams for your Ejari. Apart from these charges, you have some utilities which you will need to register and pay a deposit as well, like for the chiller, for the air conditioning, for the gas provider. These are some of the costs which are not included in your rental. Usually the gas provider, they have, it could be Brother Gas, it could be Fajr Gas. They have a deposit that you would need to pay. The deposit ranges from 300 to 500 dirhams, one-time payment, which is a refundable amount when you are disconnecting your connection. The same thing goes for the air conditioner, the chiller. You would have a deposit. It varies from anything between 1,000 to 1,500, which is also refundable. And then you have an activation fee for both of them, which is around 500 to 525. If you consider the utility fee, the deposit and the activation fees altogether would be around 5,000. So we have around 25,000 as your first rental. We have the rental deposit, which would be the 5%. Say if it's 5%, it's around 5,000. If it's 10% of this rental value, it would be 10,000. Then we have the utilities and the bills activation fees for 5,000 dirhams. I'm giving you an approximate value. Apart from this, you have a 5% agency fee with VAT, which would be 5,250 in this case that we mentioned. Altogether, if we speak about, you would need to have around 40K in advance for this kind of an apartment if it's an unfurnished unit, and 50K, around 50K for an furnished unit. All this I speak for a leased property of 100,000 dirhams annually. For more details, contact me at the number mentioned below or DM me. Thank you.